What's up guys, Fee here, and in today's video, I will explain the full backstory of Jin Taejin. But before I start, make sure to leave a like for more God of High School content, and make sure to follow me on Twitter, @Fearzon. And now, for the story of the strongest human in history.
You don't got bread, don't hit me. Pull up the game, ain't with me. Got that bitch like whoa. Dress this sauce, I know.
Like I said in my renewal Taekwondo video, a Northern agent by the name of Lee Soo-hyuk was captured by the government of South Korea, who then tried to test the agent by a series of duels with almost 50 South Korean martial artists. But in the end, it didn't end well. Well, since some of the martial artists was either unconscious or dead, later on it was discovered that Lee was using ITF Taekwondo, a martial art that was developed in the technology of the Soviet Union. Well, with this type of problem, the government needed some kind of counter against the ITF Taekwondo. So they decided to call Jin Taejin, the founder of the Taekwondo, and the perfect counter against Lee. After winning the fight, Jin decides to build an army of soldiers who practiced the Taekwondo. They were named the Taekwondo Force, composed of 20 soldiers, including Jin Taejin, who was the captain.
What about the others?
Yeah, okay, sure. There was one corporal and the grandpa of Park Il-po, Park Il-tae, a master of practitioner Taekwondo, and used this martial art and a renewal Taekwondo to create the Samsun Taekyon. Moving on, we have the 5 surgeons: Choi Do-ha, Jo Tuk-bae, Nam Gyun-hon, the twin brothers Lee Gum-do and Lee Yun-do. A strong team if you ask me, but one day they were all assigned to a mission named Gilgamesh, and little did they know this was about to be their last mission. After infiltrating a camp in North Korea, Tai and his team are taking a little break from all the slaughter that happened earlier, until a kid shows up out of nowhere and attacks Gum-do, who was letting his guard down. Same goes for his twin brother, who let his emotion get the best of him when he saw his twin brother getting brutally stabbed. However, this wasn't just some kind of random attack. This was planned by the drill instructor of Lee, Moon Chun-sik, who was later killed by Jin Taejin. After the death of his brother, Yun-do is assigned to visit Lee's address and find his family, a promise that Tai would keep after defeating him. But as he was running towards his destination, Yun-dun gets ambushed by soldiers. At the same time, Tai and his team went on a cave that the government of North Korea was hiding for a reason so big that it could destroy their society. But as they entered the cave, they find a strange jar that was blocking the way for something. So Hyun decides to have a competition with Dokbae of who would be stronger to open the gate. But suddenly, after opening the door, a tall gorilla wearing the Monkey King's outfit appears and starts attacking the corporals until Tai shows up and kicks the gorilla, making him fly away. After blocking one of the gorilla's attack, Dokbae's arm was broken, and he says that even fighting with his captain never got him hurt. However, Tai reveals that he never got serious when fighting Dokbae, which means that he is stronger than that thing. And without any hesitation, Tai enters the room and starts a brutal fight with the gorilla. But at the same time, a group of American soldiers tries to attack the Taekwondo Force from the back, but they get overpowered by Hyun, who thought that got every soldier with only one shot, until a group of 4 soldiers using some type of scientific armor that makes them stronger and faster. Their name? The MK Unit, a military force that was created by the government of the United States of America, and they are martial artists, including one that can practice renewal Taekwondo. With that said, they were here to capture something, and they will destroy anything that interferes with their mission, including the Taekwondo Force. While this was happening, the gorilla who was fighting Tai learned and copies Tai Taekwondo techniques only by looking at it, but all of a sudden, they were flashed by the American soldiers. After the explosion went off, MK3, one of the members of the MK unit, was searching for the target of the mission and successfully captures it, until Jin Taejin wakes up from the debris, pissed, and knocks all of the soldiers in front of him, killing them of course. Seeing his soldiers getting beat up by the MK unit made him even more pissed. So within 30 seconds, he defeats all of them, but a bright light appears and destroys the whole place with a big explosion. Thankfully, some of the Taekwondo Taekwondo soldiers survived, but heroic people like Dokbae died protecting his fellow comrades. Hiding in a hole with the rest of the team, Tai waits for the gorilla to wake up. Until then, he creates a bond with Park, talking about his family, saying that he wanted to give a letter to his son, and he was also talking about his new form of Taekwondo. But after waiting a long time, the gorilla finally wakes up ready for a rematch against Jin Taejin. While this was happening, one of the surgeons actually found the target that the American was retrieving for their mission. However, he was killed trying to get it. Killed by the last MK alive. Seek to get revenge, Hyun jumps at him, giving the MK a good punch on the helmet with a couple kicks, until his arm gets cut off. Not being able to see with his broken helmet, the MK removes it, revealing the one and only Choi Do-ha, one of the surgeons from the Taekwondo force. By killing two of his comrades, Park asks him why is he doing this, which he responds with, "Cause I love the USA." Getting ready to fight his friend, Park removes his boots and says that he'll fight him his own way. Punches after punches, Choi gets the upper hand by shooting a straight beam from his chest to Park's torso. But out of nowhere, Yudon comes out with a rock and breaks the source of energy coming from Choi's armor, making him normal again, and easier for Park to defeat him. Stressing, Choi throws a kick that Park counters using fire choke, killing him. At the same time that all of this was happening, Tai was still fighting this gorilla who was copying the same techniques that he was doing, until Tai gives a kick on the leg, removing it. Of despair, the gorilla throws a beam out of his mouth, directly pointed at Jin Taejin, but the master of the Taekwondo successfully counters it with the Jin Ho choke. Getting up, the gorilla looks the man straight into his eyes and gets hit first by Tai, still fighting, which he finishes with the special move that we all know as the triple kick, leaving the gorilla on the ground minutes later. Later on, the monster wakes up and realizes defeat, so he decides to walk away. While he was gone, Tai decides to see his team, but unfortunately for him, only one was almost dead, Lee Yoon-do, who reports that Lee's wife was sent to a coal mine for his treason, which means he went on his mission before his wife gave birth. After reporting this, Yoon-do says his last words that are, "Tell my mother that I'm sorry." While he takes the letter that Park wanted to deliver to his son, Tai sees the gorilla opening the case that was holding the target that he hands over to Jin Taejin, revealing a child inside of a green cocoon, a kid that Tai will hold on to. Months later, Jin Taejin was fighting the Six until the cocoon exploded, defeating every members of the Six, letting the baby free from it. After his first birthday, Tai decides to name the baby Jin Mori. And this was the story of Jin Taejin. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more God of High School, and see you guys in the next video.